And at that point, your mum's like, oh, go on then. And she's taken and she's right down the end. We're live.
It's your...
He's Parker.
And together we are...
I'm 50 years old today. Should I be acting my age? Fuck no! That's why I'm wearing a Wookiee.
You don't even act twice your age.
Soft Wookiee, warm Wookiee, little wet bit of fur. Slip it in, kick it in, and then she will purr.
Yes.
Do monthly mumble, do monthly mumble, do monthly mumble, do. Wilson. Yeah. That was quite uncomfortable. Hello!
Well, you want to sound it slightly differently. Hello, it's the Monthly Mumble, where we talk nonsense about stuff we don't know about.
No change to normal then.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yes, Mumble number 21.
Number 21, old enough to drink in America.
Old enough to get bum raped in England.
Oh, yeah. So, immediately, straight from that, let's go with some questions.
From the audience.
From the audience. Hello. No
yes,
one.
you at the back.
16 minutes ago, we have Jakey Boy Woo Kinky.
Woo.
Which is Jake.
Jake. Oh, Jake.
Jake.
Jake Shannon.
When I see your faces in a video, I become excited. Is something wrong with me? Yes. On a more serious note, would you consider... Oh, go away. Would you
Put your bloody thing on for longer, you...
No, I pressed the button wrong. Would you consider buying pre-painted models for games?
Oh! Depends how much more expensive they are. And if I like the paint job.
Depends on the game.
And the game.
Armada.
Armada we do.
That's just because that's just how they are.
But I think it's so much easier than having to fucking assemble and paint them yourself.
Yeah.
I think it was miniatures. No.
I think if a game was... So, to me, a big part of it... If a game just does that, like X-Wing, like Armada, then it just does it, and that's how you have to do it. And you can paint over them if you want to. What I'm not necessarily a personal fan of is like commission painting, for example.
No.
Which would be like that.
No. I think if they're your own miniatures and you put them together and you paint them, that's fine, that's great, wonderful. Commission painters, ooh, I just think they're just...
I think it's a great thing. It's a great service to be there.
Yeah, but...
For me, I don't like other people touching my things. I think I would buy a...
He's got no complaint at all, has he?
Can't even feel it. Ow, can't.
Felt the end being nipped though, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
No, I think if it's for a miniatures battle game or skirmish game or something like that, if I'm collecting them and I'm gluing them together, then I will have the effort to paint them as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want them already painted.
I do think one of the reasons why, well, at least for me, one of the reasons why X-Wing and Armada work, because they're spaceships, there's less...
different...
Yeah, but also
variations.
Potentially less personality.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you paint a person, you get it wrong, it looks weird. If you get a spaceship wrong, it just looks like a different spaceship. Do you know what I mean? Like, because of the way the inks work and like the shading and the dry brushing or however they do those space things, because they're geometric shapes, it's harder to get wrong and it kind of looks better. Whereas when you compare that to something like HeroClix, if you've seen the HeroClix models, a lot of them look really bad because it's just... Or on a spaceship it wouldn't matter. On a person...
Yeah, I see where you're going with it.
Difference.
See where you're going with it.
But like in a board game, you've had painted miniatures...
Yeah, if it's a board game, I'd have miniatures painted for it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a problem with that. You'd have thought with the money you spent on the Cthulhu one, they'd have come painted instead of like bright luminous colours.
I like them though.
But I like them like luminous colours. It's
yeah.
weird, isn't it? Speaking of paints, we might as well just mention this whole... Just get this argument out of the way, shall we? This whole... Games Workshop with their new contrast paints.
Yes.
So many people are going, meh, meh, bad thing.
You could always not buy them.
There is that. They're not forcing you to drink them. They're not forcing you to use them. It's like us, people saying how shit we are. We're not forcing you to watch it.
No, it's true.
So don't.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, the new contrast range, great. If it does what it says on the tin, brilliant. It's going to be great for painting you a lot of miniatures quickly. Would I use it on anything? No, not personally, because I don't paint my figures that way.
No, I could see, as I was saying before we started filming, I could see me using it on something like a unit of 60 Poxwalkers.
Oh yeah, base
I
coat.
couldn't see me using it on Space Marines because of those smoother things. I don't think it would come. Or Eldar, I think it would probably. From what I've seen so far,
See,
it doesn't seem to come out as well
yeah,
because of the smooth.
I've seen some pictures as well.
Like weird pooling and stuff.
Yeah, but you know, you could probably tidy that up and everything. But
Yeah.
am I going to buy them? No. Am I going to use them? No. But I'm sure people out there will go, these are the best things ever.
Yes.
Great. Use them, buy
totally.
them, crack on with it. Just don't start forcing your opinion on other people when they haven't tried them and you haven't tried them.
I think for people, I mean, especially younger painters who are new to the hobby, great for them.
Great
Just
idea.
get some stuff on. Oh, I want to play 40k and I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I've got some demons.
We're just going to spray these demons. There you go. Paint that red and off you go.
Bosh, done.
It's
and
magic.
then they can learn from there.
Magic in a pot.
Wicked. I think it's a really good idea for people, but I don't think it's going to change how. It's not going to change who wins Golden Demon. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not for those. It's not for them. Not in a bad way. It's just that's not what it's designed for.
And it'll probably still be about £8 a pot anyway.
Yep. Then you'll probably need more. And
Was it a whole 30 odd different colours or something?
there's a lot. Yeah, I don't know how many.
Is it
There's a
two
few.
base sprays, isn't
Two
there?
base sprays are like a slightly blue or white and a slightly like tan or bone white, depending on what you've got under it. I think.
Pants.
And I think
Great, but
I think they're smoother so that the what's the word?
It
So
runs
that
off.
It runs off the thing.
so it'll run off the high points and run into the crevices,
Yeah,
which
kind of like
my
gloss
jizz
with
does
a wash.
anyway.
Yes, that's true.
I'm listening. But yeah, I think it's a great idea for some people, and not what other people want. But there's no
I mean,
need from a bad mouth here.
No,
And
I
it has
think
been
it's-
getting a lot of particularly vileness.
People are vile. I think it's going to take at least a year before people figure them out. People use them a lot. You know, different people get different hints and tips from other people, and they'll probably be like, "Actually, you can use it for this," and no one would have thought about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of paint techniques.
It's probably really good for like fur.
Yeah, probably amazing for fur. That
Amazing
sounds like a
for fur,
great thing.
but-
Dry brush first, just to highlight it up,
And then just slop it on.
Slop it on.
And then just another little dry brush. Yeah,
Mm.
might work really well. But it's not the sort of thing I need to try.
No, and I'm sure that as over time people will figure stuff out.
Yeah, I hope they do, because you know that's the way of things, isn't it? You can't just go, oh shit.
Yeah.
You haven't even tried them yet, so shut up.
I could see it working really well for something like Cthulhu Wars, like a board. Like Cthulhu Wars, like it comes pre-coloured because they're in the plastic is a different colour. But in a different board game where maybe they've got coloured bases, but all the miniatures are grey, then you could just do
Quick spray.
them all grey, and then go like just red, just blue, just green, just orange, or whatever to really separate those factions out.
Or you could just spray them green, red.
Yeah, but it would because it highlights the detail, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because of the nature of it.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
that's an idea.
Um,
Right, that's just our thought on contrast paints.
yeah, I think it's a thing.
we are very good at this sort of rubbish. Hey! No, we still haven't moved before you fucking go on about it.
No.
Right then.
Any day now.
Any day now for the
I mean,
last
this is the
18
last
weeks.
monthly mumble, and you still have
We
that
still,
taken
yeah.
Mark Barracloth, ahoy hoy, Mark.
Ahoy hoy.
Says ahoy hoy.
Oh, he says ahoy hoy, has
He
he?
does, but he says
Nice.
ahoy hoy because there's an exclamation mark at the end of ahoy and the end of hoy. So
well, it should
ahoy hoy. Do you think you'll ever get round to playing Firefly Adventures?
Who?
Eventually, yes.
Who?
Yes. You know
What?
we could play that tomorrow. Or do you want to play?
Have you got it? Have I got it?
I've got it here at mine.
Oh, if you've got it, you might as well bring that as well.
Cool.
No, not yet, but we will be very, very soon.
We've been waiting for the move for a lot of games,
Oh, for everything.
but it is a game we want to play. We just haven't got round to it yet. The problem, and this is just me, the problem I find is I would rather play a game that I know the rules of, because if I have to film a game and I don't know the rules, it makes my brain hurt. Which is easily done because I've got a tiny brain. But yes, we will get round to it soon.
But yes, we will be doing it, so don't panic.
Happy and Atheist says Manhunter sounds epic. Smiley face.
Yes.
It does. That's definitely one that's after the move because we wanted a table set up and I'm painting my Raging Annie. Ready for it?
I've heard it called a lot of things, but I've never heard it called a Raging Annie. Woohoo! I'll just use one of my sleigh miniatures that finally turned up.
Yeah.
Slap some paint on one of them, or I'll use Bish Bash.
Bosh. Blackjack Legacy. Ahoy hoy.
Oh, he's that Geordie.
Yes. He is the Geordie.
Oh,
We said he was. Well, I might have.
I thought it was a scout. They're all northern.
They're all beyond the wall to us. Ahoy hoy! Thanks for the shout out, and of course, you two Southerners are forgiven. Thank you. Let me know once you're settled in your new place, and we'll sort a date out. Question for the next Mumble: of all the miniatures games you play, oh here we go. Which ones would you have in a top 3 if that's all you could play for the next 6 months?
Exodus.
Yes, agreed. So it's a miniatures game, so I'm not going to like little card games and board games and stuff. I'd agree with Wexodus. And actually, at the moment, if I could only play those for 6 months, so Wexodus for reasons of fun game, and we've got a bunch of factions, so it's not going to bore us.
Yeah.
Blood Bowl for the league stuff would be fun. Because then you know that you're playing that for 6 months, and you can dip in and dip out and like build your dudes up and stuff.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm really having an Aristea kick at the moment. I'm loving that.
It's not a
it's
miniatures.
lots of fun.
Is it a miniatures game though, or is it a sport ball thing without the ball?
Was it a board game?
Or is it a board game?
Technically.
But yeah, Aristea would.
Been loving that a lot lately. But it's not a traditional miniatures game.
No.
Arguably, it is a board game because there's a board. What else?
The thing is, we haven't had a chance recently to play all of the miniatures games that we want to play because everything's boxed up.
Yeah, things like Boris and Badgers, Twisted that we really want to get on the table.
Boris and Badgers, Twisted, Legion, all these games that we want to play. But
Slay, try the new Slay out.
Yeah.
See what that does.
But we haven't had we haven't had a chance to because everything is in boxes. Because we're still here.
I guess, but yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? I mean, if you had 3 games. I kind of envy people in the same way when I was a kid. I always envied the other kids who knew what they wanted to do for the rest of their lives. I knew a guy, and he knew he wanted to be a pilot from the age of like 8.
And
he was like, I'm going to be a pilot.
And these days he's fitting toilets.
So now he's a pilot.
Oh right.
And he knew exactly what he wanted to do, and he did it, and now he is. Whereas like
now he's probably really unhappy.
Every 6 weeks, I'm like, oh, well, Rob, I could do that. I mean, you fucking remember me going to college and doing this and fucking studying that and like not paying attention to something else.
Anything.
New cool thing. Oh, new cool thing!
It's the same with gaming though, isn't it? The
Yeah.
leash. I mean, you've just bought a whole fucking load of watches for Christ's sake.
Maybe.
You had nothing for watches, and all of a sudden there's this picture come up on fucking Twitter going, oh, I've just bought all of this lot.
Maybe.
Oh, bad Dobby.
Bad Dobby.
So we can't answer that one, I'm afraid, apart
There's
from
too many things.
Wexodus.
But I'd kind of envy the people who go, I want to play 40k and nothing else. I almost envy them because they look great. You know, fill your boots, make an army, just play that army, play it to death, play it every week. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it, but I kind of envy their tenacity, you know?
That makes me want to murder people. So, next question.
Hello.
So, sorry about that. There's only one we can answer with, and that's...
That's Wexodus would be the number 1.
Yeah.
Because we've been playing it a lot. And we played it today.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. Mr. J Zilla 101. Ahoy hoy to you.
So,
Will we be seeing any more Parker's special project? Be nice to see some more painting tips. Winky face.
that's funny you say that. No.
Yes.
We're completely getting that off the channel because it's just pointless and boring to watch.
I actually think that hopefully, actually with the move, it's probably going to be more likely to happen because now I've got the editing software at my house. I've got a camera at my house, so I can just do that in my own time.
There will be more coming
So
of
hopefully
PPP.
It should be.
Especially with the watches you've just bought.
With the watches, yeah.
So yes.
Interesting to see some. Picked up a couple of Vallejo metal colour paints, which are some interesting metallic, shiny things.
What, airbrush or normal?
Either. They're very, very fine particulates. Really interesting to see how they're going to work. Heard very good things about them.
Cool.
So I thought I'd give one or two a try and see how they go.
See what colour works best for your watches.
Yeah, I'm actually almost tempted to get hold of. I don't know if they're lacquer based, so I only want from an ease of painting at home. Acrylics are you can just paint them. Like things like lacquers, I don't want to be using thinners and shit like that.
Yeah.
And
because you paint on your bed.
Yeah, there are a couple of companies that do. There's one recently I've seen which does like two-tone stuff. So like the
light. Yeah.
I thought really good on watches armour, wouldn't it?
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'd have to do a bit more research. I think that'd be really cool. So it's sort of like a blue-green thing.
And then just
when
the light catches.
Really nice on the watches.
That'd
Suit
really well. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd have to do some more research. But something like that'd be really nice.
I like that. Do research. You just look at YouTube, don't you?
Yes, that's called research.
Not really research.
Fuck you. That's research.
That's not really research.
Lick my sweaty taint. So yes, there will be probably more in the next coming months because of
years at this rate.
Yes, true. Ahoy hoy, says Adam Boxhall.
Hello.
Boxhall or Boxshall? Boxshall.
Sure we know that name.
Adam. Ahoy hoy! Cheers for another quality mumble, dudes.
Quality? What's wrong with you people?
Was wondering where you buy your scenery from, or is it just things that you've collected over the years?
We nick it. We thieve it all.
Depends on the game.
Depends on the game. All the Wexer stuff, we've been
the
lucky. And
town stuff.
The town stuff. The boys and girls at War Cradle
have been allowing us to have that to show to the lovely viewing public.
Yeah, but the rest of it, we just... most of the stuff we buy...
Well, a lot of the stuff you made from back in the day, right? And a lot of it's old stuff that you've collected over the years. Recently, we've had access to a couple of mats, which has made, I think, a big difference.
Does make a difference.
Hopefully getting some more thanks to our lovely Patreon viewers at home.
What we getting?
Some cobblestones, which will look like good for lots of different urban environments.
I like
historical and modern.
Yeah.
And we were then debating about a space one that we could use for lots of different things, but also as a base for lots of board games
and card games, etc.
And or a frozen-y kind of thing. So we're kind of umming and ahhing between them and seeing what we can find. Excuse me, but definitely a cobblestoney one. And actually,
I think
we've been massive converts to neoprene mats. Until we used them, we were like, yeah, whatever.
It's just a mat.
And then we used them and was like, oh,
it's the
so
rolling
good.
of the dice. You're not hearing it clatter. They're like,
and you're not going to knock over a miniature and chip the paint and stuff like that. It's so nice.
Yeah, mats is a big thing.
The ones we've got currently are from Deep Cut Studios.
Yeah.
A lot of your terrain's old 40k stuff.
Yeah.
And
the new 40k
stuff.
Mordheim builders. And card stuff I just print off the internet.
Yes. Yeah. Big one was the when we did the big Zombicide games.
We would do this whole city. It's just
call it not card stock,
papercraft.
Yeah.
It's just big buildings. And I've got another load of them that I can do for like if I ever manage to somehow buy the bloody game. Adeptus Titanicus, which are that sort of size big card buildings, which are full proper buildings. So you're like, oh my god! So you like run through them and destroy them and stuff like that. Just a lot of that sort of stuff find online.
Yeah, the papercraft I think is an
great
underutilised thing in this hobby. I think you don't see it as much as you would expect to.
I mean, I had some hills that were actually made out of those. Yeah. Do you remember that first one I did to do a practice on that the snow one? That sort of 3-level hill. It's all done with cardboard. You print it all off and just start assembling. Great stuff. I've got a whole load of that. Does Mars scenery as well.
Yes, that's the Mars stuff's really good.
I love papercraft stuff.
Yeah,
it's
really nice.
Cheap. I mean, it's fun because we did a whole video where we just sit there building some bits, didn't we? And we had that whole dark gothic-y scenery done.
It reminds me of being a kid because as a
what
kid...
do you mean being a kid?
You know what I mean? But I remember as a kid, I didn't know it was called papercraft at the time. It was just a thing, you know, like you find things in magazines, you cut them up, you build them. There was a specific... So this will be specific people of a specific age in a specific country. There was a magazine called Discovery when I was a kid, and it was historical, and each month or week would come with a papercraft kit. So like there was a Globe Theatre for the Shakespearean times and stuff like that. I used to use double-sided sticky tape and I'd cut little squares out and use it all. It was just had the best time putting that sort of shit together.
And the best bit is
if you do damage it, you just print out a new one.
Yeah, that's it. 'Cause I think it's finger and toe models that do a lot of their stuff on Drive-Thru RPG, and it comes with a smoosh policy. So if you smoosh it, doesn't matter. You just print off another one.
Nice.
This is great.
We've been lucky enough to get hold of some stuff from Big Yellow Dice, some professionally made.
Our big plateau-y kind of rock spirey thingies for our Wixers
really
thing.
Good. One of which is out of what's the fucking thing called?
Star Trek.
It's the Star Trek one.
It's
the big like sideways thing where he fights the Gorn.
Yeah. So
lots of different bits of terrain. I think that
rocks we just literally get out of the garden.
Yeah, you've got loads of rocks.
The new place. If we ever get in it, the whole front parking area, it's all blue slate.
Yay!
So I'm scraping all of that off.
Just all of it off.
That's what's your problem?
Make a whole game.
That's a whole gaming table, mate.
Game table, right? Fill it with resin halfway up, or like 2/3 of the way up, so that way it's flat and everything else, but the thing's still poking out, right? You know how you see people, you see it on Facebook, it just comes up, people use resin and they make things like the crayons. You see a lot of that.
Yeah.
But like that, but with slate things, so it's flat and perfectly good to play on, but also looks like a crubbly thing. Yeah.
Ooh.
I think the best thing about terrain though is get bits from everywhere. Like don't get a set. Don't get a set and just use that set all the time. Like we've used the rocky stuff. We were just using it today with trees, and it looked completely different to how it did.
That freaked me out when I
looked really different.
You
you put it
God.
with some buildings, it looks different again. So use a few different things, and then
just a little bit of work. Always try stuff. Always try to buy stuff or make stuff that you can use on more than one table as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Have it generic. I mean, because we bought some of the Hobbit scenery, the Lake Town buildings with the wall thing.
Yeah.
That's going to be used in so many games. We can use that in Wextus, we can use it in Lord of the Rings, we can use it in Barrows and Badgers, we can use it in Twisted, we can use it in just about anything we want to play in, and I think that is an important thing as well.
Yeah. Get some scatter.
Scattering.
Bits of like lichen. You've
Reindeer
got a big
moss.
tub of reindeer moss.
Reindeer
you
moss.
Can just use bushes.
Cheap as
some
shit.
Little gravelly things, pebbles that you can put about in either rough ground patches or just sporadically dotted about. Some little stones, and it really gives the whole thing a three-dimensionality.
It doesn't need to be a line of sight blocker or an objective. It just changes your view of the table and just gives it that extra little bit of.
And you can, if you want to, have a section, and that's like rough ground.
Yeah, you could.
So,
but it's also very good. Little rocks scattered about are also very good for when you're moving figures.
Yeah.
Right, they're going to go to there. Just put that rock there, so you know how far they move.
Hope that has answered your question, and we've talked about terrain for a bit.
If it didn't, you should have asked a proper question.
That was a good question.
It was a good question.
Did I do that already? Yeah. Happy Atheist again. Ahoy hoy to you, Happy and Atheist. We love you too! Quotation marks. Says this old nerdy guy lol. We love you too.
I hate old nerdy guys.
But you are literally all of those things. Andrew Carter.
Oi, Gogi!
Congratulations to Battlehammer Collective for the big 20. Thumb.
Up your
Be
bum.
over for some Star Wars Legion. Nice. And maybe some painting fun once you're settled in the new cave.
No, you can come over, no problem. You can come over and play games, no problem. There's no way I'm having you come over and paint because you're damn good. We're not having decent painters in this house.
I've tried to paint with people before, and I really don't like it.
Really?
No, I can't be painting and they're looking at me and I'm looking at them, and then you get chatting, and then you realise you've just done for an hour and a half.
And the paint is dried on your brush.
When I was a younger man, I may have. So we drink now. I may have done other things in my youth.
Tossed off a lot.
And I might have tried, because I thought, like, when you smoke a bifter, you get really chill, and that'd be a really good moment to get in a painting zone, and it's really not. You just kind of like paint in the face, paint in the face, paint in the face. Oh, there's a bird. Oh, paint in the face. And you just get so like zoned in on one like.
I'm painting this one button.
And you're kind of like, wow, it's getting bigger, and I'm like, paint. Oh wow, paint's weird. Didn't paint weird. Like, I mean, it's made of colour, and you put it on stuff. That's weird, isn't it? Yeah.
How did the face come out on the figure in the end?
I don't really.
8 foot long this time.
It was just one, just blood. Yeah. So when I was a younger man, I used to do those things. Good times. Johnny Jumbo, which is canon, right?
I think it's canon. I can't tell. Probably.
Asked cases of Stella on your Amazon wish list.
Nope.
No, because otherwise I'd be dead. But thanks for the thought.
Not yet, anyway.
Mini monologue.
That's Millington.
Oh, coo. You go in on a lot of Kickstarters. Oh, what do you think of the Blood Bowl team Kickstarters, and would you buy into them? There's that Pirates one.
There's that Pirates one that I really like the look of. I think, yes, if it's a team that I wanted, or it's a team that I like the look of, then yeah, why not?
I'm not going
to play in tournaments with them, because I don't play in tournaments, but I would, if it's something different on that Blood Bowl pitch, you know, if Parker's using, for example, Dark Elves, and I wanted a Dark Elf army, I wouldn't want to buy that same one, but then it gives you the ability to go buy still the same team and play it.
I really like, I think as far as Kickstarter goes, I think it's a really nice thing to do a Kickstarter.
I don't like the, sorry to completely interrupt on this, but I really don't like the True Man.
Oh, the new GW True Man.
Yeah, I don't like the True Man. I like the Halfleys, I don't like the True Man.
No. Thank you, Jane. Thank you, Straw.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's a special character, isn't he? He's like a hero dude. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the new treatment. Yeah, I think the Kickstarter for the Blood Bowl teams that you see, a fair bit of. We've seen the Pirates one.
Pirates one is fucking
a
amazing.
few from different companies. I really like them. I don't necessarily go in on them all, but I think it's a cool thing.
Yeah, I think it's a cool thing.
Because as far as Kickstarters go, they're either little things, like a team,
Burrows and Badgers,
or something like that. Exactly, Burrows and Badgers, or they're like massive, fucking
84 box sets for a game.
Yeah, it's like
but you know you're never going to get to play all of it.
kind of
Just be little.
almost.
Be little.
I'm not saying I'm done with that because that sounds like a fucking.
It sounds like you put money into it to start with.
That's true. It does, and I didn't. So, but I think as an idea, I used to get more excited. Like, oh, they've got this cool thing.
But it was Cool Mini that blew us, didn't it? On the last one, you know, the space zombie side. We're like, no.
Yeah.
No.
I wonder if the bubble has burst for that kind of thing, or is at least at stretching point.
I think that depends on the players and the people that
That's true.
throw their money at it.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's a tricky thing.
Because we went balls deep in on Tainted Grail.
Oh, Tainted Grail.
Because that looks so good.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh.
I think you just want something a bit different. I think you've seen so many. You know, you were saying about Zombicide. You've seen so many of Zombicide .3s
or computer games that are being released as a fucking board game. Did you just see that? The fucking Space Invaders.
Yes.
Has just come out as a board game.
Yes.
What?
No need.
No
fucking need.
Fuck. There are other companies that do the same thing. Stop it.
Yeah.
No.
Not quite that, but yeah.
Not quite that bad, but bad enough.
Yeah, I think it's me. The whole point of a video game is it's in the moment and it's that kind of twitching, that kind of
spasming,
manual dexterity thing. That's the whole point.
Not a board game.
Like Mortal Kombat. You could, in theory, do a board game of Mortal Kombat. What's the fucking point of that? You know?
You don't get to button bash.
Well, you don't get to button. You don't get to actually rip someone's spine out. You go fatality. I play the fatality card. You've got no spine. Wicked.
Woo.
That feels good.
Nah.
I feel excited. I think it can. It can work. I think you have to change or at least in my opinion, you have to change the why. Like, so there was a Spartan, which are no longer with us as a company, but they did the Halo miniatures game, and it was a
Halo!
yeah, like that bird who sang that song.
Halo!
And it was a 15mm scale battle game. So like you're not just one dude jumping around shooting folk like you are in Halo. It's actually it's the world of Halo.
It looks really good.
And it looked really cool. We never played it. They died before it kind of went anywhere. And I think it could have been really good. It could have been really interesting. And it's you're taking an IP and you're doing like, well, the IP is based on one dude shooting other dudes in a linear way. Well, actually, we've seen that there's a world. There are people fighting in a war against the Covenant.
Yeah.
We have to do something about it.
Yeah.
Oh, it totally works. But if you just were to do, what's the first person shooter? I go into the room and what do I see? I shoot this guy, shoot this guy, shoot this guy.
Boring.
Not my bag.
But no, getting back to the point, yeah, I think for something like Blood Bowl teams
yeah.
or, you know, a crews of stuff for other things, yeah, cracking idea. But I just think the Kickstarter whole thing has, as you just said, you know, that bubble has stretched to a certain point now where a lot of us are going, nah, can't be bothered. You know, I'll wait till it comes out eventually and then I'll buy it maybe.
Yeah.
Next question.
But also, sorry, I was just going to say, I think the cool thing I really like about the Blood Bowl teams is you get a lot of creativity.
Oh.
You get a lot of really interesting kind of like, oh wow, they're doing like pirates.
Oh, the pirates are awesome!
Or superhero goblins or stuff like that. You see a lot of cool stuff that you wouldn't otherwise see, so
yeah,
crack on with that.
Oh, that's a great idea. Great idea.
I am now looking for a question.
Midget porn.
That. Cynthia Miller, hi to you. Says, thank you so much. For all the support you guys have given Urban Manhunt.
Earth and Manhunt? I've never heard of that game.
I'm excited to see you feel hunters of your own creation. Yes, we are also looking forward to it.
Very, very moist.
I'm really looking forward to getting like say 2 or 3 as like almost like in wrestling. You've got like a stable of dudes who are on the same side.
Yeah.
Like, and they're all kind of loosely linked. Like,
I'm pretty sure it's only a matter of time
models.
until they want us to start writing the next part of the supplement where we can have sponsorship deals and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because you know people are going to want us to keep writing stuff because we're amazing.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. So like you as a player would be a manager or a sponsor, and then you'd have 3 or 4 dudes.
You sponsor, you'd say, okay, well we're sponsoring this team. We're sponsoring them with so and so narcotics. You know. Sponsored by the best of the best.
All of your little team get 1 bonus.
Yeah.
You know, with the same bonus no matter who
things
they
like
are.
that. Because they did the same sort of thing in Slave
They're all
Street.
the same colour.
Yeah, Slave Street with that sort of kind of thing. But yes, we are looking forward to playing that.
Yeah.
Got lots of scenery ready for it.
Jonathan Lane says 5:20, which I assume is a timestamp. Oh, look at us, we're fucking on the computers. I'm surprised there hasn't been a remake of The Running Man.
That's funny because that's basically what we just almost spoke about.
Well, yeah, I think that's why they brought it up. Because we were talking about remakes and that game, so therefore, makes sense. Can't really count Hunger Games because it's too serious.
Boring as well.
And not really gory or Ameritrash. Sounds like a John Carpenter soundtrack kind of game. Yeah. Yeah, get some John Carpenter in the background. Totes. Oh yeah, no, totally. Running Man soundtrack. Sub-Zero, no, just Zero.
I hate that film. I fucking
hate
it. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I hate it.
It's so bad, it's so good.
Hate it. It's not even so bad, it's so good. It's just fucking awful.
Where they sell, like, even in the film, they've got an advert for the home game where you can play, like, Running Man at home in, like, a board game type thing. It's so good.
No, that's why I like Urban Manhunt.
That's true.
Because it's violent, nasty, and there's no bad acting in it unless it's us.
That's true. Yeah, but no, actually.
Yeah, but no.
Back to the question. It is surprising there hasn't been a reboot or something of The Running Man. I mean, that's
film-wise.
There's been a lot of things very similar.
Let's hope not. Christ.
No, but there's been a lot of.
Yeah, but look at all the reboots that keep coming out at the moment. They're fucking worse than Total Recall.
Oh God, no, we don't.
That
we
was
don't talk about
awful.
That. I don't know what you mean. There is no Total Recall.
Oh, you know, Indiana Jones 4.
Howlos01 says, "Oh, hoi hoi, motherfudgers."
We fudge one Oh yeah.
No. What settings do you guys most like to roleplay in? What film? Well, second question. What film, TV, or book setting would you both like to roleplay in?
None
Ooh.
and none.
I really like Warhammer Fantasy, like Old World, because there's enough background that most people know it, but there's not so much that you know everything automatically.
Yeah.
I think some games you're like, oh, I know, like I love Deadlands. The problem with Deadlands, once you've played it a bit as a player character, you know more than your
GM.
character would know.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, well, what's the point?
Yeah.
Whereas with Warhammer, you can always put more in. There's always something else behind the curtain. Star Wars, because who doesn't want to play fucking Star Wars? Who doesn't want to be a Wookiee and just run down a corridor and turn someone into bits? That was great. That was amazing. Oh, fucking, that was one of the best roleplay sessions ever. Trying to communicate with the team.
And we filmed it. It was awesome.
And they're all just like, don't know what I'm talking about. What? That was amazing. Some of the best role-playing fun I've had.
It was a lot of fun.
And again, because everyone knows Star Wars, but
Yeah.
you can put much more into it and create more story.
Yeah.
You like D&D a lot, don't you? You like the setting of D&D. No!
Fuck off! I hate high fantasy shite.
Sorry,
Fucking D&D crap.
what film, TV, or book setting would you both like to roleplay in? Oh, see,
We just did them, didn't we?
would we like to? Not what do we like. What would we like to that we don't already do?
Parker would love to play in Harry Potter, or at least play with Harry Potter.
I would like to play in an adult version of Harry Potter, like a more.
Yeah, it's called Mage.
Yeah, it is called Mage. Actually, you're right. That is Mage. You're all Hermetic mages. There's no like other factions. It's just Hermetic mages. Yeah, that'd work actually.
I don't know. I
Fuck the Technomancy.
I have no idea. I really have no idea because I don't get a chance to roleplay very often. And when I do, I'm running the game.
I think the problem with a lot of things is they work in the context of the film, and then they try and make a game out of it, and it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I love The Lost Boys, but you can't make a role-playing game out of it because it's.
You could have been a small group of vampires, but you
But
can't.
then it's not Lost Boys.
But you
it's
can't.
A different group.
Yeah, but you can't do something like Vampire the Masquerade where you've got your different houses and that, because that wouldn't work in the Lost Boys.
No.
So you'd need to be all the same. You need to be all bourgeois for that, for
Yeah,
example. So
that's- yeah.
that's your thing.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, again, it's got to be something that brings a decent story to the table. You know, Star Wars. There's so much you can do with a decent Star Wars story. Same with 40k. You can do so much with that as well,
Yes.
story-wise. But again, it's finding all of your players that want to play that particular idea that you've got.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times you think, oh, I've got this really great idea for this 40k gritty thing where you're all Imperial Guardsmen. Oh, I'll play orcs. You can't play an orc in it, you know. Sometimes a GM's worst nightmare are the players.
Yes, that's true. Speaking as a player, I'm fully aware of my own nightmare as a.
Sometimes it's not just about the GM entertaining you. You have to be part of the story to entertain the GM as well, so it all continues forwards.
It's true.
Yeah.
Torsha P, ahoy hoy to you, says. Torsha P says, ahoy hoy from the good old US of A.
America.
Fuck yeah! And ahoy hoy to you.
And to you. And you, and you, and ba 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 ba.
Here we go. More from Paulos, like a whole page.
Hold on, just on Paulos, get back to the original question.
No, that was it. That was just ahoy hoy.
Oh, well.
And ahoy hoy to you, Torsha.
Thank you very much.
Paulos01 says, would you guys
No.
like to see a mechanism in Wexodus that allows you to create your own character and use any miniature from a non-specific pool of minis created by Warcradle?
We mentioned this the first time we actually sat down and had a chat with Stuart, didn't we, when he came over and they're not going to do that sort of thing because it's just a pain in the arse
Yeah.
for them, because then they'd have to start producing an extra load of figures that you could use as a random deputy sheriff or a random so-and-so and so-and-so. I still think it would be a cracking idea if you could.
Yeah.
If you could do your
From
own
a player point of view, but
there's
not
nothing
from a
stopping
business
you.
point of view.
As we said, you know, you've got the Hextart. What's her name?
Megan Wild.
Megan Wild, right? Now I was building my Hex Force. I needed another face to bring in. Megan was the obvious choice, but I didn't have the model at the time. So then Proxy Brain goes, okay, well, we'll have the Dark Sensual, bring him in, and I'll use the complete stats and everything for Megan, but then make up my own story. So it's her brother, blah, blah, blah. And it's everything that's the same model, the same figure of the stats, but it's a different model.
Yeah.
And I think, that's great if you can do that.
Yeah.
But it would be nice if you had your own sort of miniature
everyone wants something like that.
I
know that, I think it's Through the Breach, which is the role-playing game for Malifaux. They did have a set, like you buy a dude and you could have different heads,
different arms and stuff.
Out.
Yeah.
Again, it's
plastic.
I'd love it if they did it. I can totally see why they don't.
Well, it's plastic, and isn't doing plastic stuff more expensive or something?
It's when you need to make sure you're going to sell whatever it is.
It would be
to
lovely.
Make sure you're going to sell those things.
It would be lovely if they did it. Obviously, that's because we told
them. And
also,
if you put a generic dude in there who you can adapt, why then do you need to buy any of the other characters?
Yeah. See, that's exactly the problem.
From a business point, from a player
point
so
you're going to take this?
You're
going to take this figure and put him on a big base, give him a shotgun, and say he's like Wilder, legendary.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. See, that is the problem. That is the problem. It should be for like low level stuff, or maybe just once in a while, just do here's a little plastic kit or a resin kit. They could do the same with they could do it with resin. So here's the body, blah 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 blah. They're not going to always make them underbosses.
Yeah.
Make them a face that's an underboss that you could
then
then
use them as a boss or a face or either way. It's a great idea, and I think I'd love to see it done. I can totally see why they don't.
But with everything else that they're doing, you'll never see because they've got lots more stuff.
Yeah.
Lots more good stuff to come. Not like we like War Cradle, or we're saying that their stuff is the best ever.
But it's pretty damn good.
And the people are really nice as well.
Another question.
Palos01.
Again, ahoy. Hope the move goes well, Straw, eventually. I added the eventually.
What fucking move? There is no move!
There is only Zool. I hope the Battlehammer carries on and goes from strength to strength.
We have no intention of stopping. We will just be bringing you even more, better,
potentially better quality stuff, and also potentially
some shit stuff.
Me being filmed in the night while I'm snoring. Probably a lot of that.
He's already worked out we're doing that.
Yep.
Yeah, because he'll be coming over to us for like 3 days of solid filming, blah, 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 so then we can just keep... Nothing...
3 days a year, whether you like it or not.
Nothing's going to change. If anything, you're going to get extra stuff.
I'll be filming...
Because he'll be filming
stuff, and you'll be filming your own stuff as well.
I can film painting and...
watching it go in.
Jizz work. And, unboxings.
Check him out on Pornhub.
Just look for tiny Winky.
On a purely selfish note, I hope the move doesn't mean an end to what you guys do. Always puts a smile on my face and genuinely makes me laugh.
We are not...
Cheers.
The move is... When we first thought about this move happening, we did spend a long time sitting there drinking ourselves into comas going, oh, it's all over, it's all ending. But no, as the wife turned around and said once, she slapped us both about the heads a couple of times and she went, it's only going to be better. And we're like, oh yeah. No, we have no intention of stopping. We're not saying we're mentally raping you, but we're not taking no for an answer. We're just going to carry on ploughing away and doing what the Battlehammer does, which is crap videos. We play games badly and having a beer and generally having a giggle.
Yes.
And if you guys still want to be there at the end of it and have a giggle with us, then
ahoy to you.
Ahoy to you. And you.
Mr. J Zilla 101 says, Straw, quote, here's me and Yog Sothoth, quote, that's not a nice thing to say about your wife. Sticky outy tongue.
It wasn't, it was Parker. That's when we introduced ourselves last time.
Yes.
That's not a very nice way to talk about my wife. That's why I don't talk to her like that, because she'll hit me.
She'll fuck your shit up.
I'm a victim of abuse. I'm not.
Johnny Jambo says, ahoy hoy teabaggers. The beer fridge appears to have no beer in it. Is it still a beer fridge?
It's still a beer fridge. It's just at that point we thought we might be moving very, very soon. So we got emptied it, and now because it's my birthday, we've had to fill it back up again. So
I'm going to double check it. I think.
What?
that is that. That's
What?
all the questions.
What? Just check your Twitter feed, make sure it's all
I'm
done
gonna
there,
do it the
and then
new-
we can just talk crap for 5 minutes while we go, stop.
It's an advert, and it's about
Satisfied my expectations. Well,
Bravolato, whatever that is. Oh, wank.
wankety wank 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 wank. Let's just quickly check
No more
Twitter.
there. Just going to check
while
the
we're-
Twitters, and we can find something to talk about.
No, we can't because we're stupid.
We're not.
Oh,
yeah,
God, well,
we are.
why phones and technology aren't working properly?
Grumpy cat.
Grumpy
Dude, your memes are
Not
old.
me, not me. That's not a question.
Bum 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 bum.
Bum, ba ba ba
Lick
ba
my
ba
bum.
ba 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 bum, and stuff. I've got nothing here. Clip,
I've got nothing here.
clip.
Clear.
That's it. Thank you very much.
So,
See you next month.
gaming stuff.
Nothing, because we're fucking waiting to move. Cross your tiny skull. There isn't. We're still playing Wexless. It's still our most popular game at the moment. There's nothing more we can do because everything is in boxes. We are literally waiting still.
Yeah.
It's her fault. Her fault. Supposed to hear at the start of the week. It's now Friday. Nothing. Her fault.
Why is it James' fault?
Why? Because you can't pick up the phone and go, "Oi, Joyce, you silly old sod, sell us the fucking ass!" Fucking people make me...
You literally just did that. If you could press the button before you did it, you would have done exactly the same thing. Smithers. Ow.
Go off, you shit.
No.
Oh, it must be one of them. So, no, that's... It's all... It's like limbo at the moment, isn't it? It's bloody horrible.
Yes, I'm literally bending over backwards under a fiery pole.
Does he know about it? Hey! Da-da-da-da. Boom.
I'm
Oh,
trying to think. There's nothing contrast. We talked about that. Gaming stuff. I mean,
there is nothing new this month, as in big releases. It's like contrast paint, whoop, but nothing else. So we might say, right, fuck you, we'll go do some live shit for 10 minutes and annoy fucking Garnet because he's in hospital.
well, I need to pee. I could do that.
Well, you can pee while we say goodbye. Well, we'll say goodbye, then you can pee.
I'm trying to think. There must be something.
There isn't. Our stayer's about to take off. You don't have to
Oh,
thank
yeah.
us for that.
No, you don't have
I'm
to.
sure someone
You
else will
should.
take the credit for that, though.
Looking
but-
forward to the new release for that.
Tomorrow.
Coming soon. With
Master
Gaia
of Puppets.
and Fiddler. Master! Yeah, it looks to be good.
That's possibly the worst Metallica
I know, right?
thing I've ever heard.
Probably going to pick that up at somewhere.
Expo when you're there.
Expo.
Demoing
Expo.
again.
Yes. If this comes out before the UK Games Expo,
It will be out next week.
go and say hello to the War Cradle stand. You'll see a fat guy in orange, aka moi.
It won't be. It'll only be orange if it's the last day.
Oh no, it'll be orange on Saturday. We're orange on the Saturday. Friday I won't, and Sunday I won't. Because Saturday's the busiest day. We're wearing orange.
Oh, will ya?
Otherwise
I'll make
I'll
sure
be
of that because I'll be
wearing
fucking
black.
watching.
But I'll be running demos for either Exodus or New Dystopian Wars.
So check that out. Also check out Pirates of Penryn.
Pirates of Penryn.
They are there.
Yarr!
You get to be pirates.
Har! Har! Jim lad, where's my whippet? Har! Parrot. I don't know.
Go check them out. That's a cracking little board game. If you haven't watched, if you don't know anything about it, just pop back and
That
watch.
was a poo.
Oh god, just pop back and watch the video we did of it. It was so much fun. Really was a lot of fun. And the creators of the game sent us a little message saying thank you. That was you played that in exactly the right way that it's meant to be played. That's because we're Pessetti pirates.
That's true.
Arr.
We were playing Wexford today. We were talking about theme and thematics and how like the best bits are when, for example, one of the characters did a thing and it was like, oh my god, that totally feels right for them, and they went and did this, and it just, like, I could have done a thing.
Spoiler alert! And then some stuff happened. It was amazing.
Could have done a thing with that character. Instead, went with this character because she's more umphy.
And then the story
Just totally played
Yep.
out, and I think that the same sort of thing with Pirates of Penryn is like all the little theme in the cards and like, oh, this person did this thing and this stuff.
I think it's
The game is fine.
The game
but
is so
the
simple
other
and beautiful.
stuff is
But
just brings it up.
It's the amount of effort they've put into the cards, like the rum cards. It's a cask of rum. It's just currency kind of thing. But there's a little there's a little blurb about the title of the rum, what it tastes like, and a little bit at the bottom, like a footnote saying, well, you don't want to be drinking this on a Thursday or a Friday.
Yeah. And all of the crew cards are different. Really, really nice. Really,
it's been one of those.
From our point of view,
it's one of those unsung little gems. If you get it and you can play it and you look at the right mindset, you're gonna fucking love it because it is. It does exactly what it says in the tin. It's a fun game.
Yeah, and I think a lot of companies.
Serious money.
Well, yeah, not just
Which you
not just
understand.
money, but serious, and like you can spend all the money on the art, and all the money on the this, and all the money on that. Let's take
You can have all
Deep
the
Madness.
best. Yeah, you can
One
have
of
all
the things we love about Deep Madness is when you get that madness card or that kind of conscious card, and it says right now.
There's a whole bit of story.
It's like -1 hit or whatever it is. It doesn't matter, but it's all the blurb, and there's so many games don't give you that.
Give us the juice.
We want the juice.
So yeah, go check them out.
Oh,
and I think Crucible 7 are there as well with 40k Warhammer Fantasy.
Nice.
And I think they've just got the thing as well now.
Did you get the book in the end? You were going to get it, or did you not?
What, the Warhammer?
Yeah.
I wanted to, just couldn't afford it at the time.
Oh, right.
So they're there, and I think they've just got the rights as well now to redo the Wrath and Glory 40k
Interesting.
rules. Interesting. So I might have to send you to there and have a little chat with them.
Um,
Also, one you want to check out while you're there, I've been told it's very, very good, and I've been told it's something that will appeal to our kind of sense of humour and the way we play our games.
Shit on.
Which is, no, the thingy, Orphanage, the Awful Orphanage.
Awful Orphanage.
Yep.
Forget who. Yeah, I thought it was by Weird, but I don't think it is.
No,
now.
it's not
I
by
think
Weird,
I
but
think it looks. It's got
It's
similar
that same
art style.
Yeah, but it's that same kind of game which you're kind of. It's a kind of cooperative, but you also kind of want to fuck up everybody else kind of game. And it was James Coleman said you've got to play it because he played it at Leonardis Games, and he went. I just did not stop laughing for an entire hour while we were playing it. So again, it's a game.
I did see a thing from Mr. Coleman, from James Coleman, who's a person who we know from gaming, and there was a football thing. And it was like, go home, Mr. Coleman, you're fired, because it was like an old football manager. So can you imagine seeing that? That's your name, Mr. Straw, you're fired, or whatever. Great. Actually, I think a game that does have a lot of theme that people don't think about is TI4. There's a lot of theme in that, in how all of the factions work, on the back of all the character stuff.
You do realise this lot do not know what TI4 is.
So do. If you like
Twilight Imperium 4.
Great game.
Great game,
If
lasting.
If
you've got a day to play, and don't play it with certain people. I'd love to play it tomorrow, but I'm fucking well not.
Yeah, don't play it with super competitive people who don't care at all.
Or people that know everything about every game.
Oh, God,
play it with friends.
Play with people you like.
Because otherwise you might like them by the end of it. So yeah, if you're at Expo, check out everything. Including him. He's there. And if he's got enough wristbands, you can thieve one off of him.
Have them like 4 braces, they'll be like, oof.
But it's going to probably cost you annual.
Wow. What doesn't these days?
Oh, it's the same thing. So, as usual, guys, there are things you can do up there.
Well, the biggest thing is don't forget to leave a comment for the next
next
Monthly
one,
Mumble.
which hopefully will be in the new Battlecave.
This time. This time. Maybe.
If it's not,
Hopefully.
the first thing we will see on the next video, number 22, will be me smashing Parker's skull in with a breeze block.
Oh, shit. That's not fair.
No, nor still being in this house when I should have been in my new one for my birthday.
Yeah, but this one's nice. I don't know what your new one's like. I assume it's nice as well.
The other one's nicer, better, near the sea. So when I kill you...
So when you become a deep one, it's easy for you to swim down and speak to...
Pardon me, boy, is that the call? Quick to
Father Dagon.
Right.
We've
Up
got
there,
Patreon
down there.
link down up there. We've got Amazon wishlist, which you can help out. We've got a Whaling Games affiliate link. We've got merch.
We really need to
from
do a
Worst
video.
Games.
We need to do a video for
Just
all of
whack
that.
it on the
So I can
end.
just whack
Yeah,
it on the
right.
end, don't we?
We've got other stuff as well. But the number one thing you can do is...
Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like it, unsubscribe. If you don't like it, no one subscribe. Don't like it, subscribe. If you like it, you like.
And subscribe.
Until next time. I'm a fisting.